Hello everyone! Today I want to review one game for a smartphone. I rarely play games on my phone, but this game interested me because I really like the Harry Potter universe. Magic Awakened is a mobile game that immerses you in the magical world of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The game is an RPG, which means you get to create your own character, attend classes, learn spells and potions, and go on adventures. In the game, you will play as a new student at Hogwarts and will be sorted into one of the four houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. You will attend classes taught by famous Hogwarts professors. Let's start! I was very confused that you can choose the age of 7, because this is a rather dark game. It often mentions violence and murder. I'm not sure if this game is suitable for young children, but let's say that the developers are responsible for this and I should not think about it. If a game contains violent or mature content, it is important for developers to label it appropriately and provide guidance on age-appropriate usage. Parents or guardians can also research the game before allowing young children to play it. It is always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to children's exposure to mature content. They didn't let me choose my own nickname. The system came up with a nickname for me. Usually in the game, the whole design is aimed at emphasizing the atmosphere of the game. The proposed nickname is also part of the game design, but the developers don't seem to think about it. This is a very strange nickname for the magical world. There is nothing magical about it. Also, this nickname can be offensive because it emphasizes that the main thing in a friend is his physical and not his character. The term skinny can be considered offensive when used to describe someone's physical appearance, particularly if the person is thin to the point of being underweight. This is because it can imply that being thin is negative or undesirable and can contribute to the body shaming and underwealthy body image issues. When the word skinny is paired with someone's name, such as Skinny Nick, it can also come across as derogatory and belittling nickname. It suggests that the person's thinness is the most defining characteristic about them, which can be hurtful and dehumanizing. It's important to be mindful of the impact our words can have on others and to avoid using language that reinforces harmful stereotypes or contributes to negative body image issues. Instead, we should strive to use inclusive and respectful language that uplifts and affirms others. The game has impressive visual and an immersive atmosphere. The use of lively pictures and beautiful narration suggests that the game has high-quality graphics. The attention to details and overall design of the game is notable, especially if it is able to convey an atmosphere that is both pretty and gloomy at the same time. The use of dark tones and harsh angles in the game's visual can contribute to a sense of foreboding or tension, which can enhance the game's overall mood and atmosphere. Despite the gloomy tone, the game's visuals are still aesthetically pleasing. The game has a strong visual and atmospheric presence, which can be important factors in creating an engaging and immersive gaming experience.
I've always been different. I can't explain it, but strange things happen when I'm around. It doesn't bother me, not anymore.
Now strange inscriptions began to emerge in the right side of the screen. The story is just beginning, and I really want to delve into the plot. These inscriptions are very distracting to me. The plot says that I was born in a Muggle family and still do not know anything about magic. Then why are these inscriptions associated with the names of faculties? Judging by this teaser, I'm a boy. Later in the game, I will be asked to choose my appearance and gender. But why does this only happen often after I'm shown as a guy at the beginning? How can I then associate myself with a female character in the game?
We are pleased to inform you that
By the way, why isn't my name in the invitation letter to Hogwarts? I just chose my in-game name. In addition, I managed to enter the name not the first time because the names in the game should not be repeated. This also strikes me as odd. My real name is Garrett, and I want to be called Gary by my real name in the game. But since it's a very popular name in the Harry Potter world, it's no wonder it's been taken. Diagon Alley is a bustling and magical shopping district. It can only be accessed by wizards and witches and is hidden from the non-magical world by magic. Upon entering Diagon Alley, visitors are greeted with a cobbled street lined with a variety of shops and storefronts. The buildings are tall and crooked, lining inwards and outwards at odd angles, giving the impression of the quiet and charming medieval town. Diagon Alley is also home to a variety of shops that sell magical items and supplies such as broomsticks, cauldrons, and potions ingredients. Overall, Diagon Alley is a bustling and enchanting place filled with magical shops, quirky storefronts, and friendly faces. We came to Madame Malkin for a school uniform, but we did not buy a school uniform. Instead, we opted for hair and makeup. These illogical memes in the game just drive me crazy. I'm constantly straining trying to come up with some explanation for them. I didn't like that the game has a strange set of clothes. I choose to play a female character. After that, I could not choose trousers or jeans as my clothes. I had to walk only in a skirt. It's strange for an 11-year-old girl that I play as. The important thing is that in front of me is not a school uniform but everyday clothes. That is, there are no strict requirements for it. There is no reason to wear a skirt. Also, I didn't like the colors of the clothes. There are 4 clothing options. 3 of them are decorated in the colors of the Hogwarts school, although this is not a school uniform and has nothing to do with the school. The 4th garment has an inexpressive grayish color. It is very strange. Most of the owls in this game do not sit on perches or on some architectural elements, but simply in the air. Pay attention to where this owl sits. The most favorite part of every Harry Potter game is the choice of the magic wand. I had high hopes for this part of the game and I was disappointed. Don't expect too much from your magic wand. The sticks in this game are drawn extremely inexpressively. They gave me some kind of indistinct note of wood without even explaining why this wand is good. How is this thread different from other threads? In addition, I was not given the opportunity to choose by color or by core of the stick.
Curious. Very curious.
Then a very strange girl comes into the shop. She's acting like crazy. But the salesman doesn't ask the little girl where her parents are or why she's walking around Diagon Alley alone. And this girl also reports that she violated the laws of the magical world and conjured outside Hogwarts. Remember that they wanted to send Harry Potter to Azkaban for casting a spell on the Dementor.
Disciplinary hearing of the 12th of August into offences committed by Harry James Potter, resident at number 4 Privet Drive, Little Whinging, Surrey. Interrogators Cornelius Oswald Fudge, Minister for...
Witness for the defence!
But no one is in a hurry to send this unfortunate crazy child to prison. Moreover, for some reason, Mr. Ollivander encourages her to break the law again and start doing magic right in his store. At that moment, I had the feeling that all the characters in the game suddenly went crazy. The most important thing is that I was not even allowed to choose how I want to react to this. I could only stand and watch. But that was only the beginning. For no reason, books suddenly fell off the shelves with magic wands. What were these books doing in Ollivander's shop? Why didn't he rush to protect the children, but watched the books bite people painfully?
Drag the spell card onto your target to cast. Inflating.
Did you notice what just happened? We inflated the book. Inflated the book from the inside. Inflate means to fill with air. I understand how you can inflate a person because inside a person there is a cavity that can be filled with air. I understand how can you inflate a balloon or a ball, but how can you inflate a book? Where is the air in the book? Of course, our new crazy friend doesn't even try to help us. Let's say she doesn't know how to use a magic wand. But what prevents her from hitting the book with her foot?
Attacks. Inflating.
Now our crazy friend suggests we use fire spells in the middle of the wooden shop filled with magic wands. It's as dangerous as building a fire in a library.
Incendio. Incendio. Incendio.
I see that spells deal damage to my opponents in numbers. But the strange thing is that the life bar above my enemies is without numbers. I see that I took off 20 hit points, but I can't figure out how many hit points the book has in total. Without knowing the numbers, I can't think of a battle strategy, and the fight in general becomes simply meaningless. Also, I don't know how many hit points my hero has, and I can't tell how badly she's hurt. Also, spell cards do not indicate how much they take away. How can I decide which spell to use if I can't see how much damage it does? Also, we were not explained how the spells are combined with each other.
Oh,
Well done. I haven't seen a young witch or wizard take to their wand that quickly since...
that was wonderful! Thanks! I couldn't have done it without your help.
My character speaks quietly, indistinctly, and she has a very high voice. This is ridiculous. She squeaks like stupid anime girl. Fortunately, the crazy girl runs away. You can finally exhale calmly. Oh no, she stands in the middle of the street and talks about the fog in her head. Clearly, she was the victim of a curse. The child is definitely not all right. Someone call a doctor. No, there is no such an option in the game.
I don't remember anything. Do I? It all seems so foggy. Ooh.
Thought I'd get you a gift, being as you're new to magic. An owl is mighty useful.
So tell me, why did Hagrid suddenly decide to give us an owl? Hagrid gives the owl to Harry because he was a friend of his parents. Hagrid is emotionally attached to Harry because he remembers him as a newborn. I will never believe that Hagrid buys owls for all first-year students. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't accept such an expensive gift from a man I don't know. By the way, I immediately have a question. With what money did my hero buy all these things for the magic school? From what I understand, her parents are not wizards. Why did they let her go along with a stranger? In general, again, there are more questions than answers. I was not explained the difference between owls. Is there a difference between them at all, or are they just visually different? What will this owl be used for? Will the choice of an owl affect the game's story? Of course, there are no answers in the game.
Hi there, friend.
I choose the biggest owl. I don't like that the characters don't turn towards me when they are talking. It feels like they are talking to themselves. And the back of my character constantly blocks new friends from me. This is also unpleasant. In Diagonally, we are no longer allowed to do anything or go anywhere. In general, the beginning of this game is more like a cartoon. I have very few opportunities to act or choose something. I have no sense of interacting with the magical world. I hope that something will finally start to happen in the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. We got on the train, and the whole flurry of new faces and names falls upon us. Why do we list all the names at once?
May I sit next to you?
Sure, if you can find room, I mean. My friend Kev really likes to read.
Looks like I'm talking to a dumb boy. For some reason, his neighbor is responsible for him. The bottom line is that we will not be allowed to sit anywhere. Free space will be only near the crazy girl with fogs in her head.
Huh? Oh, you don't want to sit there, trust me. Nobody wants to sit next to me.
Do you know why this is done? Because not a single normal player will voluntarily sit next to this girl. I now have a feeling of absolute coercion in the game. We can't choose a want, we can't choose our friends. Choice without choice.
You belong by looking between your ears.
Welcome to Hogwarts!
Welcome to Hogwarts. Now the director will tell you about the massacre in which many people died. Now we will be shown all the dead teachers who were once alive. This is a very strange welcome speech. Probably in this world they have never heard of the protection of feelings. Guys, you absolutely do not know anything about how the holidays should be.
Than you might think. Now, to those feeling overwhelmed by the occasion, remember that even Harry Potter once stood where you do.
I do not think that after such a speech something pleasant awaits us in this school. To be politically correct, the creators of the game mentioned that the house elves also participated in the battle on the side of good, but the elves were not shown. Seriously, why waste screen time on them? The first boy goes through sorting. However, no hallmarks of his faculty appear on him. Why didn't they tell us where he was assigned? Wait, where does my hero change her clothes? I don't remember changing on the train.
Where shall I put you? Trustworthy, loyal, and modest. All there, I see. And just a...
So, I can choose the faculty myself. Well, at least some choice.
Ivy Warrington. Ivy? Does anyone know what happened to Ivy?
The teachers lost one of their students. It is no coincidence that some fans assume that Hagrid is a drunkard. Have you tried counting the children when they enter the castle? You are leading children through the forbidden forest, and this is a very dangerous place. I was frightened that no one called the magical police. Your child is missing here. Maybe there is still a chance to save the girl if you manage to find her quickly. But no, it seems that the disappearance of a minor student does not bother anyone. And even the disciples do not talk among themselves about it. I guess in the wizarding world, such things are in the order of things. I remember the story of Moaning Myrtle who was killed right at Hogwarts.
Come to throw something else at me.
At that time, they also didn't call the police, and the investigations of what happened wasn't in that time. No truth serum was applied to the accused, and the school was not closed for a single day. Would you let your child go to a school where children are killed? It looks like the game is turning into a horror game. Why am I alone in the bedroom? Where are the rest of the students? Why am I not wearing my school uniform again? When did I have time to change? So my character thinks that the crazy girl helped me in the store. I wonder what actions count as help. I think that Ivy got me into trouble with aggressive books. I still worry about the fate of this lost girl. But whatever answer I choose, my character will just go to bed and forget about Ivy in the morning forever.
Today, we are going to learn the levitation charm, which is used to make objects fly. Its incantation is Wingardium Leviosa, just like this. Wingardium Leviosa. Pay attention to your pronunciation. It's Wingardium Leviosa.
How did representatives of all 4 faculties end up in one classroom? I don't remember this happening in the Harry Potter books. Although, if children are constantly disappearing, it is not surprising that the magical population is rapidly declining. Do I understand correctly that the teacher in the lesson tells us that running away from class to cut off with a mountain troll at 11 years old is a feat? I am reminded again of the declining magical population. Do you want the kids who play the game to also run away in search of criminals? Or go to the forest to fight the bears? It's so cool to risk your life. This is where my acquaintance with the game ended, because the game stopped working.